Hello everyone and welcome back to my Wings of Fire channel. I'm Wings of Wolflight and today we're back with another Wings of Fire What If. This is not a knockoff of anyone else's, and like Mixscale said, this is totally not a knockoff of Marvel's What If. First of all, before I say anything else, I want to give out a shout out to these lovely people on screen now and to this person on screen now who gave me the idea of this What If. And so, with no further ado, today's what if is what if Hitvur dies in Scarlet's arena? This is easy to explain. He survived in the first part of him delivering the Skywing egg, so that means he's alive and in the cave. It's just my area of what I'm going to do. So, without a further ado into this video, into what if Hitvur gets killed in Scarlet's arena. Hitvur paced around the Guardian's cave. He was the only Icewing in the Talons of Peace. Why doesn't any other Icewing want peace, he thought. Maybe because they just want land from Blaze. He looked at Kestrel, who's snoring a stream of smoke from her nostrils. Dune was quietly breathing, and Webbs was laying in the riverbed. Starflight wasn't his favorite. He was a Nightwing after all, and through his research, if he was born under the moons, he would have amazing powers apparently. He always tried his best to stay away from Starflight, but Starflight always seemed to want to talk to him more and more. Peak was like his little brother. Even though he was a Skywing, they were at peace in the Talons of Peace. Every day when Webbs would go hunting, he would repeat over and over again that Scarlet seen him and she was following him. But as soon as he heard the bangs coming from the boulder, Dune jolted awake and Kestrel streamed out more smoke. Webbs couldn't hear anything underwater, apparently. Dune ran towards the door and put his ear up to it. His guard wing was crumpled on the ground, waiting to be lifted again. He listened and listened, but all Hitvur could hear was hissing coming from the other side of the door. Shh! Dune put his talon up to his snout. I think it's a Skywing, he whispered. Hitvur looked worried. He glanced over at the Dragonette's cave. They were asleep. He went over to Tsunami's cave. She wasn't there. The river, he thought. He looked down on the river, but she also wasn't there. She looked in Clay's cave. He wasn't there either. Starflight was mumbling to himself in his cave. Peak was whirling his talons around each other, and Sunny was fast asleep. He looked around Clay's cave for any sign, but they were all gone. It was the river. Scarlet had to have them. He trailed up to Dune, his spiky tail clanking against the ground. Dune, he whispered. I think the Dragonettes are gone. I think they may have went through the river, Hitvur whispered. Dune threw a shocked face at Hitvur. They can't have left, he whisperly shouted. Tsunamis cannot get that far from there, Webb said. He may have lied, Hitvur shrugged. Shh, he threw another talon over his snout. She may have heard you. Knock, knock, a sly voice said from outside. I'm looking for Kestrel. Is she in there? Hitvur looked around for a sign or an exit. There was nothing. The boulder was the only exit, and he couldn't hold his breath for that long anyways. He didn't even know where the water led. Hitvur, when I open this door, you're gonna blow frost breath in her face. Okay? He nodded. Okay. Dune rolled the boulder aside and Hitvur brought up a frost breath, but he couldn't, because as soon as he almost blew it out, there were hot talons clamped around his snout. Oh, it's you too. Everyone's here. How thrilling, Scarlet said. Her orangey-red fire scales were blazing with rage. Now where's Kestrel? She smiled. Shut your mouth, Icewing. Your horrid tribe in our history. She glanced around. That must be it. She pranced towards the Guardian's cave. Oh, Kestrel! As soon as you could know it, Kestrel was on Scarlet's back, pulling at Scarlet's horns. You killed my dragonette. She shook them again in a rage. You killed both of them. But my ungrateful loyalty apparently got to you. She blazed a fire. As soon as Kestrel couldn't see anymore, she closed her eyes, and there were 2 guards around her. They threw change around the 3 of them, and they haven't seen Clay and Tsunami since. Webbs was obviously gone, probably telling the Talons. And what were Starflight and Sunny gonna do? But the Dragonette! Hitvur shouted. What about the Dragonette? Oh! The Dragonettes are here too? Scarlet exclaimed. I'll be taking those too. Not so fast. Clay lunged himself towards Scarlet. You're not taking my friends, he shouted. Don't you dare lay a claw on them, Dune grumbled. Kestrel hissed from her restraints. Don't take them. Next thing you knew, Tsunami was flying through the cave entrance, also attacking Scarlet. Seize them! Scarlet yelled. 2 guards were on Clay and Tsunami and chained them up. They also took Sunny, Starflight, and Peak. It's been a day, Hitvur thought, and this sun is hurting my eyes. I know I'm used to the bright light, but this just hurts. He put talons over his head to shield his eyes from the sun. What am I supposed to do now? He glanced over at the other Icewings. What were they here for? They're obviously prisoners of war, but how? Wonder how they're taking all this. When do we get food? All of a sudden, a pig dropped out of the sky, squealing and running around his pilvation. He put a claw to it and immediately dropped and died. This is disgusting, he thought. Hey, Sandwing. A scratched-up Sandwing turned around and said, What do you want this time, you ugly Icewing? Oh, sorry, I guess. Do you want this pig or not? Hitvur looked down at the dead pig. Do you want it? He tossed the dead pig over to the Sandwing. Hey, no sharing food, a Skywing guard shouted. Now eat your dead pig. I'd rather eat snow, Hitvur grumbled to himself. A few moments later, an extravagant-looking Skywing walked out. It was Scarlet again. Hello, new friends, she said in a thrilling amazement voice. Next to her was a large, godly Sandwing with scratches along her body. I'm here with Queen Byrne, and I'm here to tell you that I have all the Dragonettes of Destiny. The crowd cheered and clapped, and I want to see all the Icewings fight each other. We have another new Icewing, Hitvur of the Icewings, here to play. I think this will be fun because the Talons of Peace don't have any Icewings anymore. And he's not in Glacier's army. So we're gonna make them fight, Scarlet said. Hitvur looked down at his claws. He didn't even know the Icewings were here. He didn't even know how many. All of a sudden, he was picked up by the back and carried down to the sands. Maybe we should throw in the Nightwing too, Queen Byrne suggested. No, I don't want to see him die. I want to see him die to someone else. Like a Skywing or a Sandwing. That would look nice. Claws up, Frostbreath ready, and fight, she shouted. One of the Ice Wings immediately went on a rampage, climbing all over the Ice Wings and murdering them and snapping their necks and twisting their wings. And him and that Ice Wing were the only one left. What's your ranking? Hitvur asked. Oh, that's none of your business. She was clearly female, and with very much rage in her eyes. What's your ranking, Hitvur? He turned away from her. I asked you a question first, he said. First circle. You? Hitvur snorted a laugh. She was just a prisoner. She can't have the first ranking. He looked back over. You sure? He immediately lunged for her, but she pushed him off and slammed him down to the sand. He writhed under her claws, and immediately she drew a breath and spit ice at him. He wasn't really harmed, but the frost breath was slowly creeping over his perfect gray-blue scales. No! His face was stuck in a permanent shrink. Oh, I've never seen an Ice Wing die by frostbite. Scarlet said, we have an Ice Wing champion. Iceberg of the Ice Wings, Scarlet declared. Now, we move on. Hey guys, it's me again. I know this was a really long video, but I hope you guys enjoyed this one as well as you guys did the last one. The last one, in my opinion, was really cringy, so I think this one lightened up the mood more. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and no, I love you all. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and turn on the bell notifications until the next video. What if there isn't a next video? Bye guys!